Hello and welcome back to the 2019 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship, fueled by Petron. My name is Aaron Thompson and we're coming to you live now for race 20, but before then, let's have a quick walk down the pit lane.
Race 20 at Madras Motorsport Club here in Chennai, India. It's about to start in a few minutes. It's been packed with action all this weekend. Who's going to be the event champion? Loads of excitement. Don't miss this race.
Thank you very much, Peter. Now up to race control to watch the start of the race. Before then, a quick run down the starting grid. In pole position, Elias Sapanen, then Luke Allen, Yash Ardia, Moiz Mushafa, Shihab Al-Habsi, Alistair Young, Mohammed Ibrahim, Sneha Sharma and Mira Erda. You can see that there is everybody on grid already. They've already completed their formation lap. If I'm not mistaken, there goes the green flag marshal at the back of the track. Once he's reached the other side, you'll see that the red lights will all go on. As they go out, we'll be underway once again for the final time this weekend here at the Madras Motor Racetrack. Here we are in 3, 2, 1, and we're away. Will spin there from number 3, Luke Allen, as he gets off. An excellent start, though. He's going to go up the outside of Elias Sapanen into turn 1 as Alistair Young tries to make a move up the inside. Maybe get past Moiz Mushafa and Shihab Al-Habsi as well. He's past Mushafa at least. Down into turn 2. What's going to happen here? Can Luke Allen try and make a move around Elias Sapanen? Not quite, but looks like there's a blue car, which may be the number 33 of Mohammed Ibrahim. Goes up the inside of Mira Ura at turn 2 as we come up the kink now with Yash Adia in third position, separating Alistair Young from the competition by Shihab Al-Habsi and Moiz Mushafa all over the back of Young there, trying to get past his Malaysian compatriot coming down into turn 4 at the start of the second sector. A little bit of a loss out there for Yash Adia, who lets Luke Allen go straight past, as Shihab Al-Habsi is going to benefit from that as well, and Moiz Mushafa and Alistair Young might be able to make something happen there because of that incident later on in the race. But hopefully it's not too bad for India's local racing hero, and he may be able to get back up onto the podium, but at the moment he's relegated to 4th position. Mohammed Ibrahim moving up the grid as well as Sneha Sharma just ahead of him, and he's going to continue going down and trying to push and give it everything he's got. But it's his first time back. It's still his first session. It's still his first event. So he's done well so far. Anyway, coming down into turn 9B, now you've got Elias Sapanen leading Luke Allen, Shihab Al-Habsi, Yash Adia, and look to me, I couldn't quite make out that as it went past actually. Sneha Sharma here though with the blue car, number 33 of Mohammed Ibrahim, coming through turn 10 into the right-hander up turn 11 as the rest of the cars pile through turn 12 now I should say, with Elias Sapanen leading the lap. Very well done for Elias Sapanen, got away well, didn't let anything phase him. Luke Allen didn't manage to make a move at the start of the race, and Shihab Al-Habsi up into third position. Coming down into turn 2 now, nobody's close enough to make anything happen. Moiz Mushafa in the orange car at the back of the grid there makes a little bit of a look on Alistair Young as we come around turn 3 with Elias Sapanen up through the kink. Everybody's a little bit too far spaced out. Elias doing a good job of extending a lead over Luke Allen just behind him. Continue to race now with Moiz Mushafa falling back a little bit from Alistair Young as well, perhaps losing out due to the incident in the last lap with Yash Adia, where he went a little bit wide on the exit of turn 4, touched into the grass and lost out to Shihab Al-Habsi, and ruined his day. Really hoping to be on the podium once again he was, but looks at the moment he's going to be in P4. As we come through 7B now with Elias Sapanen in the red number 58, blue number 3 of Luke Allen just behind him. Luke Allen hasn't had the best weekend here, ladies and gentlemen. He did well in qualifying and free practice, but it just hasn't gone his way. He hasn't got a race win to his name yet, and the man in front of him has already got 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed, he won race 1 and race 3, and Alistair Young won race 2, and he finished 3rd in race 3 and 4, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, he was just off the podium in race 1. So at the moment, things are very interesting for the event championship. But Young's got to get up into first position if he wants to challenge Elias for that glory. But at the moment, obviously, he's back in 5th, if I'm not mistaken. This is a particularly difficult track to overtake with. Even though there's a lot of time left on the timing screens, that doesn't mean Alice is going to be able to make anything happen. As you can see already, he's just held up by everyone else. Nobody able to get close enough to the car in front of them to make something stick. On that note, though, I think everybody is lapping pretty consistently and pretty much within the within 5/10 of each other, but we're just too close to really make anything happen, as it looks like a dog has run out on track and may have been hit by one of the cars. It's okay though, seems to be getting away, and we are continue racing with Moise Mouchaffer on screen now in the orange number 13. He's going to be chafing to get up in front of Alex Young at the in the pink number 22, just ahead of him, but hasn't quite managed to find a way to get past him yet. Moise had a fantastic weekend here back in 2018, along with Alessandro Giretti and Kane Shepherd. Kane Shepherd in a blue number 3 car, just like Luca Allen's. In case you're confused, don't do that though, because Kane's from Thailand and Luca's from Ireland, and Kane this year is focusing on his A-levels exam. Hopefully he'll be back next year, perhaps trying out for F3, because he's a fantastic driver. He did Thailand proud, becoming the vice champion, and it'll be great to see him back up making waves in the near future, as we continue to race now with Elias Pannen bringing us into turn 9, and Moise Mouchaffer still all over the back of the pink car in front of him. That's the number 22 of Alistair Young, his Malaysian compatriot, as Yash Ardia brings us through turn 10 in his orange number 17 up into turn 11, and Elias Pannen leads us down through turn 12 on screen now. This is the battle for first position, ladies and gentlemen. Elias Pannen and Luca Allen. This may be the battle for the championship as well, as these two young drivers well know this is where it all counts. You can't afford to make a single mistake as we come through turn 1, which Shihab just behind them, perhaps trying to capitalize on the battle between the two, because Luke Allen just set the fastest lap of the race at 1:38.973, about a tenth of a second faster than the man in front of him, and he's going to have to start doing that every lap now. We got about 10 laps to go, and if Allen can keep this pace up, by the end of the race he's going to be right on top of the Finn Elias Pannen, who has had a fantastic weekend so far. And well, let's see what happens at the end of the race, ladies and gentlemen, as we come around turn 4 now. This is into the second sector of the circuit, as Shihab Al-Habsi a little bit bumpy there on the exit of, or I should say on the midpoint of turn 5 up into turn 6, with Luke Allen sandwiched in between these two red cars of Elias Pannen and Shihab Al-Habsi, as I see a yellow flag being waved in the marshal post at turn 7. Maybe an instant in the coming corners. Can't quite, obviously we don't know what's happened just yet, but yeah, we can see a purple car there, or a pink car perhaps, was on the exit of Corona 7B. I can see Alistair Young, so the other car on track is a purple car. Yeah, but there we go, that's Sneha Shamra in the purple number 9. They're going to have to do something about that very soon, because it appears to be on the racing line, although we haven't got a good shot of that, we haven't got a good angle of that shot just yet, as Luke Allen in the blue number 3 continues to bring us through turn 10, then up into turn 11. Looks like he's actually closing the gap on the man in front of him, Elias Pannen. He did a 1:38.795 last time around, and that's 3/10 faster actually than Pannen, who's still in the 39s. Luca and Shihab see the only people into the 1:38 as we come across the start finish line. You can see that Luca is definitely closing on the man in front of him, Elias Pannen in the red number 58. They're coming down through turn 1 now. They may have slowed down a little bit because of the yellow flags. I didn't see a safety car board. Let's have a quick look outside the window. Yes, indeed. Sorry, last mistake. There has been a safety car deployed. I can see the safety car board been put out. You can see the safety car actually sitting there at the end of the pit lane. That's a little bit strange. It should have picked up the leader, but it seemed to fail to do so. We'll have to get some clarification on that situation, but this is good news for Luca Allen and bad news for Shihab Al-Habsi. This is good news for Luca Allen and Shihab Al-Habsi, but bad news for Elias Pannen, because Elias, any lead that he had is now going to be deteriorated to almost zero. As you can see, the safety car board is definitely being deployed, but perhaps they've already recovered the car and feel they do not need the safety car, but they want to continue under yellow flags until the end of the lap. But we'll see very soon what happens. I'm sure we'll get a message from race control indicating the situation. In the meantime, just bear with us as we proceed carefully to make sure safety is upheld to the highest standards. As we come around turn 6 and 7 now, once again with Elias Pannen leading the pack. Luke Allen sandwiched in between himself, Luke Allen sandwiched in between the Finn and the Omani, the two red cars on either side of your screen there, and just behind them in the orange number 17, that's Yash Ardia. This is going to make things very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. As we've seen, Luke Allen definitely has the pace 3/10 faster last time around than the man in front of him, and of course the Omani as well, going very quick. So there might be some overtaking action here in the closing sectors. Of this race, the final race this weekend, indeed, here at the Madras Motor Race Track for Red 5 of the 2019 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship fueled by Petron. As we come around turn 9 now, Elias still obviously at the front of the grid. Let's have a quick run down the order so that we're all up to date. We've got Elias Apanin in first, Luca Allen in second, Shihab Al-Habsi in third, Yash Adia in fourth, Alice Young in fifth, Muiz Mashafa, Mohamed Ibrahim, Mira Erda, and Sneha Sharma. Of course, unfortunately, Sneha would seem to have DNF'd in this race, although she has unfortunately DNF'd this event, although we'll have to have a quick look afterwards to see if she's a qualified finisher. But I believe the percentage for qualified finishers is either 75 or 90%. I'm not sure about that. Let's clarify later on, but in any case, she definitely hasn't matched those standards, so by default, then Mira will become the leading lady. As we come through now, turn 1 with Elias Apanin in front of Luke Allen and Shihab Al-Habsi. Hopefully we'll be continuing racing soon, although we don't seem to be at race pace just yet. Let's have a quick look at the pit exit. We're still under yellow car, but I can't see the safety car. The safety car board is being displayed at marshal post by turn 2, though. As we come around with Elias Apanin still at the front of the grid, still under safety car. Perhaps the safety car is just off screen. Yes, there it is. It's already picked up the leaders, so perhaps it just wasn't in position in time to pick up the leaders on the last lap. As we come around now, you can see everybody being slowed dramatically by the safety car, and that's really the entire purpose, to make sure everybody keeps to a restricted speed limit so that it's safe for the marshals to come out on track and recover the vehicle. The vehicle, of course, in question is the purple number 9 car of Sneha Sharma. A bit of bad luck here for Sneha this weekend. She's DNF'd twice, but on the other hand, she's won the leading lady in 2 races as well, and she did so all weekend in Thailand. So it's a bit of a love-sweet, relationship here with Formula 4 and Sneha Sharma. She's had a lot of good luck, and this weekend a little bit of bad luck, but I'm sure she'll come back unfazed for the next weekend here for event 6 in the doubleheader at Madras Motor Race Track. As we come around turn 5 now with Elias Apanin at the front of the grid, following the safety car. Let's have a look at the safety car's lights. Remember, when they go out, that indicates the safety car will be coming in this lap. You can see the yellow flags are still being waved. I believe the lights go out at turn 8 or turn 9, and soon enough we'll know what's going to happen, because this is where Sneha is beached on the exit of turn 9, on the exit of turn 7 and 8, or 7B even. Should be a purple car appearing on your screens in just a moment, and we'll see if she's up on the crane or what the situation is, as Elias leads the profession slowly through this, the second sector of the lap. Looking good there in pink is Alistair in the pink number 22, just behind him Muiz Mashafa. Muiz giving it his all this race, really trying to make everything happen. He's got a 1:39.572, which is faster than the man in front of him. That's his fastest lap. Also faster than the man in front of him, Yash Adri as well. That's interesting to note. So Muiz may be challenging for position very soon. And as we know here, the Madras Motor Race Track is very hard to make an overtake stick. But that's good training, and that's exactly what these young athletes need. More experience overtaking, and more experience making difficult overtakes, and making the correct decision on when it's the right time to overtake and when it's too risky, and how to proceed under racing conditions, and all of that stuff that Formula 4 provides its young athletes on their way up the FIA ladder to Formula 1. That's Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then eventually, of course, Formula 1. All of that controlled by the FIA Super License points. The winner here, or in fact the top 7 in the championship, receive individual Super License points. The leader gets 12, and it's all the way down to 1 point for 7th, if I'm not mistaken. And you need a set value of them to move on to Formula 3 or Formula 2 or graduate into Formula 1. You see the safety car lights are still on, which would indicate that it's going to remain out for another lap. Not to worry, folks. We'll get back to racing soon enough. I can see that let's have a quick look at the clock to make sure if it's counting down or if they paused the time. Just refresh our timing screens there to find out. Seems like the time has been stopped with 7 minutes 41 seconds left on. So as we cross the start-finish line after the safety cars come in, hopefully we'll have another 7 minutes of racing action for you, ladies and gentlemen. But let's have a quick look around and see what's going on. We still have Elias Apanin obviously in first position. Luca Allen just behind him. We saw that Luca earlier on in the race had the upper hand, at least in terms of pace, between himself and Elias. He's had a bit of a bad weekend here for the Irishman, but he's going to try and pay that all back in the final race of the weekend. And in a few minutes we'll see exactly what happens there. But we're still under safety car. We're still under yellow flag. And if you're just joining us from the TV production, if you're just joining us on TV, then don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We're still on the safety car, and we're going to be back to all the action very soon. as we come through turn 3 now with Elias Panin up into the kink. This is still in the first sector of the lap. So let's have a quick look at the sectors of the lap. The first sector is cut just before turn 4, halfway up the straight into turn 4 after the kink. Then the second sector is cut after turn 9, near the service road turn 9. So that's what that's all about. So basically, the sector times just give the drivers a better way to understand where they're fast on the lap. And we've seen that Shihab Al Habsi particularly quick in the later sectors, especially the last sector. And Elias Panin seems to always find time in the first and second sectors as well. So that's interesting to note. As we continue around the circuit now, with the safety car still leading the procession. Soon enough, though, I'm sure the lights will come out, hopefully this lap. I didn't notice Sneha's car in any dangerous position on the last time around, so hopefully this time around we'll be back to racing. But in just a few moments, we'll find out as the safety car lights will go out to indicate such a scenario. As you can see, Shihab Al Habsi there just waiting to pounce on the man in front of him, the blue number 3 car. And you can see Elias, I'm sure, getting a little bit impatient behind this safety car. This is the second or third lap on the safety car now, and I just had a quick look at the timer screens. Looks like the timer is now going again, so I suppose that's indicative that safety car's coming in. Yep, there we go. Safety car lights are off, and in just a few more corners. This is 7B now, so there's 12 corners in the circuit, so another 5 corners, and we'll be racing again. In case you haven't experienced it before, or a safety car restart, once the lights go out on the safety car, then Elias Panin, or the man or woman, I should say, leading the race, becomes effectively a virtual safety car, controlling the pace of the race until they return to the start-finish line. And once they cross that start-finish line, Elias Panin, Luke Allen is free to make his move and try and get past Elias Panin, and he may be able to do just that. And that's exactly what we want to see. You can see him already having a peek, ready to go. Fed up waiting behind the safety car, ready to pounce on the man in front of him, the young man in front of him, Elias Panin, the red number 58. As we come through 9B now, down into turn 10, you can see, I think, race pace is starting to pick up already, with Elias seemingly letting everybody go. But he's still the man in control, so he controls when you put the throttle down. And it looks to me like he's put the throttle down already, because I can already hear the engines revving out the side of the commentator window as we come down into turn 12 now, just over the bridge, down into turn 12. And as we cross the start-finish line, we'll be racing once again. Green flags waving in every which direction as we come across with Elias Panin and the red number 58 leading us through turn 1. Luke Allen, Shihab Al Habsi just behind him. Let's see if they can make anything stick coming into turn 2. A little bit difficult to do on the safety car restart, though, but everyone seems to get away very good, and Luke Allen still right up behind the man in front of him. That's Elias Panin, the red number 58 car. As we come now through turn 3, Luke is going to have a look up the inside, too far away to make anything happen. He's going to go flat through the kink here now, and maybe get some slipstream going down into turn 4, and make a move up the inside or around the outside, even as Alistair Young's trying to do something similar with the Yash Adia, but a little bit too far back after the kink to make anything happen. Same thing for Luke Allen, though. He's right up behind Elias, but he's just not close enough to make anything stick. As Shihab Al Habsi maybe might be looking to make a move past Luke Allen in the coming corners. At 3 minutes 23 seconds on the board. That means we've got 2 or 3 laps left to go as we come around into 7B now, just on the exit of corner 7, where we often see a lot of cars running a little bit wide and getting sucked into the dirt, as Mohammed Ibrahim follows us around just behind Louise Mashava. Good driving for him to keep up with the Malaysian, his compatriot, as the procession leads itself through turn 8 up into the left-handed turn 9 and down into 9B and into turn 10, which is a very interesting corner with a very late braking point, mid-corner really, and then you want to keep it tight coming through on the exits, and because you've got very little bit of space until turn 12 where you need to get back onto the opposite side of the track. So Elias Panin obviously got that sorted out, because he's the man at the front. In fact, doesn't need to hear from me about such things. As we come around turn 12 now, let's see if Luke Allen has anything to say about fastest lap times as we continue to go racing here at the Madras Motor Racetrack, with Elias Panin still leading the procession, but you can see how close together everyone is. It looks to me like Yash Adia is in trouble, because Alistair Young has got him in his sights, and here we go, here's a move up the inside. Alistair Young in the pink on the right hand side, making a move up the inside of the orange car of number 17. That's Yash Adia, but can Yash make anything happen? Can he come back at turn 3? Looked like he lost a lot of speed, not as much as I had thought, because he's still behind the Malaysian, but fantastic driving there from Alistair to make a move up the inside at turn 2. Great to see, great to watch, and let's hope for more of that very soon as we come through turn 4 now with Elias Pannin still at the front of the pack. Luca Allen just behind him. Let's see what about the lap times. It's 1:40.223 for Elias and a 1:40.236 for Luca Allen. Shihab Al-Habsi does a 1:40.240. Yash Adia does a 1:40.550. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Everybody's so close together. A 1:40.458 for Alistair Young and a 1:40.205 for Maurice Mustafa. So everybody really packed up there as close as they can be. Coming around turn 8 now and down into turn 9. A little bit of a downhill sector, hard to make it out from this angle as we cut now into sector 3 of the lap of the circuit as well as we come down into 9B. There you go. A little bit of a kink there before turn 10. Fantastic to see that Alistair Young driving around happy as he can be with that overtake as he comes now into up over the bridge and down into turn 12. And finishing one more lap. So we've got about one more lap now. Let's see if they've got the last lap board out. Yes, they do indeed as we come across the start-finish straight. So this is the last lap. Luke Allen saw that board on display. I saw him having a quick look over to the right-hand side of the track as we come through turn 1. Now he's going to make a move up the inside. No, not close enough to make anything happen here. Turn 1 or turn 2, and let's have a look at turn 3. He's just too far away. He's too far away to make anything happen. Elias has got this in the bag. He's not got anything to worry about except for the commentator's curse. But I'm sure he's unfazed by such things as we continue to race here at the MERITUS Motor Race track, and it looks to me like Mira Erda having a little bit of action there at turn 1 as we come down into turn 4 now with the race leaders. Luca Allen and Shihab Al-Habsi trying to challenge Elias Pannin for position, but they just can't find a way past the Finn, who's driven spectacularly all weekend. As we continue to speed past corner 6 and up into corner 7, with Elias just thinking, or maybe not thinking, maybe trying not to think about the man behind him, the man in his rear wings, the man who has been behind him the entire race, putting pressure on him. A little bit more experienced in Formula 4 is Luca Allen, but Elias Pannin has driven flawlessly this weekend. Nobody could say otherwise as he continues to do so, bringing us through corner 9 now into the 3rd sector of the lap. Just 3 more corners to go. Corner 10, 11, 12. Almost impossible to make an overtake there, but I've said that before and I've been proven wrong, and I hope to be proven wrong again. Let's have a look to the front of the grid. Can anybody make anything happen? No, not quite. Luke is too far back. Elias is too composed, and he takes the checker flag once again. Beautiful driving from the Finn as he celebrates there with Luke Allen alongside him and Shihab Al-Habsi finishing in 3rd position.
Practicing any starts at home. To be honest, I think my start wasn't so good for this race because I don't know why on the pole position it's so much grip there, so the car always stumps there. The circuit is quite nice, the layout is really good, probably one of my favorites, but then it's really bumpy.
So it all started out really well. At testing in Chennai, I was very fast, and then qualifying was okay, P3. I was quite happy with that, and then all of a sudden when the race came around, we started to find a few problems in the car. There's no one to blame really. My engineer and mechanic, I have to say a massive thanks to them. They put massive work in to get the car back to where it should be. And then the one race we didn't have problems. I got fastest lap, and I was giving pressure to Elias. So I was really happy with that.
Yeah, it was a very good weekend. I had 2 seconds and 1/3, so yeah, 3 podium out of 4. Yeah, I'm really happy. We made a very good job with the team. Tried to be consistent, and yeah, I'm really happy for organization, managers doing a very great job here.
Well, it feels great, obviously. It's been my first time on this track. I have been racing for a long time, but I've never been on this track. So, well, it was quite challenging for me. My target was to at least improve 5 seconds for this weekend, and I think I improved that, so my target was achieved. And being the leading lady for 2 races, that was not the only target. I obviously wanted to fight with the boys, so hopefully the next weekend I am able to do that.
So for me, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.